Hey everybody. Um, nice to Thanks for watching this again. I guess today what I'm gonna try to do here is talk a little bit about try to see what I can do to try to tackle the most common issues um, on politics right now. So I pulled up a list. Here it goes. How would I handle tackling jobs in the economy? Honestly, easy. We begin to create a society which no longer requires money to survive. That's number one. Really, just pretty much common sense to me. We begin to create a society that's synergistic with our planet instead of like trying to bypass all of her, like the way she creates an abundance and feeds us, right? Like, how come we're just like relying completely on these farms that these guys got to spend their entire lives just like cultivating all that farm, right? Go through all this hell out there with their machines and all this other stuff to feed everybody. When all we really got to do, the only thing we really got to do is just trade some seeds, put them in our yards, and let the plants grow. Now, what seems more practical to you? Set up a system where all of a sudden all 300 plus million of us are reliant on all these farmers, and God bless those farmers, you know, they're putting the work in to get us all fed. But at the same time, these systems were set up a long time ago, and they haven't changed since. As if we haven't gained wisdom since we started putting those systems into place. We've gained tons of wisdom since then. There's a lot of people out there pushing towards like homestead farming and stuff. I'm saying take it a little further. Let's put perennials everywhere. Let's create abundance, right? The second we start making societies and structuring our society in such a way we don't need money to survive, all of a sudden jobs aren't such an issue. And if we create abundance, if you want to go get money, just go outside and pick a bunch of zucchini and make some like zucchini chips or something, you know what I mean? Or heck, go pick a bunch of pumpkins and craft a pumpkin beer. Whatever you want to do. That would be the point of creating abundance, is so we can use abundance. You know what I mean? Like, what's the biggest bill everybody has? It's food. 100%. Every week people spend so much ridiculous money on food. The prices keep going up. Everybody's tired of spending money on food. So why do we continue? We got to stop acting like, there's some people out there who'll say, oh, well, it's all structured this way to control population, blah, blah. Look, we got to stop acting like we're victims and start acting responsibly and with wisdom and guidance. Let's take for a second that and just realize we're children of Mother Earth. Now, she didn't design us. So we would sit there and just, so they could only use a small, tiny little portion of her flesh to create all these plants and the food that we eat. Now, God bless those farmers. I'm not insulting them. The whole idea, right inside the Bible even, right? The Garden of Eden. We were in the garden. It was fruitful. There was a lot of food to eat in there at first, right? And then they plowed the lands. Well, something about, what was it? Oh, you're going to have to do this every way, blah, 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 suffering or something. Well, let's stop the suffering. Okay? We're intelligent. We're extremely intelligent as a species. How do I put this? Our species is extremely intelligent, extremely fucking ignorant, and somehow has lost the path of wisdom. Now, I say it's time our planet returns to wisdom. So let's start solving problems for the long run, instead of creating these shitty systems that eventually collapse and aren't even sustainable anyways, because the soil ends up dying in those areas to begin with, when we could create and enhance the ecosystem instead of hurting the ecosystem. The answers are simple. To live synergistically with our planet, instead of this weird scarcity thing that we're doing, you know? Like Mother Earth, she created us. Not so we could breathe bad air, be limited upon where we walk. She wanted us walking the earth. Well, one way to promote that would be abundance, right? If all of a sudden we plant perennial fruits and vegetables all over the place for people to eat, and animals alike, you know, we're not the only species. Next thing you know, homeless people will start to migrate out of the cities, solving that issue, and surviving off of the readily available fruits and vegetables that are growing. Solving that. A lot of those homeless people will end up crafting their own products like beers and stuff, or wines, or, you know, little chips or something, and they'll take entrepreneurial opportunities from the abundance upon which we can create in our generation for society. Now, it's of my belief. I don't think... I'm a little bit upset that it's coming down to our generation to do this. I think this should have done thousands of years ago. I think it should all be set up already. But we got to start somewhere. That's how I would handle jobs in the economy. Abundance. Easy. I guess that's a doubleheader, right? It also gives an extremely viable option. You're going to see a large portion of the homeless population moving away from the cities to live just naturally as a natural citizen of of Mother Earth, basically. You know. All right, let's go on to the next one. Healthcare. As we eat more organically, healthier, as intended, start to breathe fresher air, stop eating all this meat. Ugh. I understand the need for survival, but do people really need to eat meat on every single dish and meal? You gotta think, you're a window of collapsed light with a body that moves around. You're piloting an organic machine, basically. Now, empathy would state, what right do we have to go and farm and perform genocide upon these other currents, piloting their bodies, just because we think we're more special because our brains grew larger than theirs? It's meant to be a spiritual experience. And there's nothing spiritual about hoarding all these animals up, mass slaughtering them all the time, and giving them crappy lives. As far as I know, you end up seeing all light when you transition over. It's like a big tesseract of self-reflection. Now, meaning, any pain you do unto others is also doing it unto yourself. Because everything is interassociative. Everything. So not only when you reach that place will you be experiencing your life again, you're going to be seeing how it interassociates and connects with all the other lives that are happening. And how all that light connected, rearranged, and organized in all the windows. So acting with empathy. It's not like Mother Earth grew us without empathy. No, she gave empathy for us because it's a powerful trait. If it wasn't important, we wouldn't have that trait. We're meant to be empathic because it matters. So let's eat fruits and vegetables, man. Shakes are delicious anyways, you know? And as we begin to eat healthier, we're going to have less health issues. People are going to be going outside more, feeling better, having more energy. As this world begins to transform, we're going to be freer. And as we become more free, we're going to become more open. As we become more open, we're going to end up conversating more and socializing more. And as we meet people and socialize more, we're going to end up creating better memories, better cultures, better social ideas. We're going to have better parties, and people are going to be getting laid a lot more often. And people are going to be getting back down with Mother Earth and the whole, hey, ecosystem. Bodies will get healthier. Most of these health issues end up coming from eating terrible food packed with like chemicals and stuff anyways. You know? Let's get back to the basics. We ain't gotta complicate it. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you think about it. Yeah? Everything is pretty common sense when you think about it. Somebody who eats, I don't know, all these snacks and puffy, colored, artificial, cheesy things. Then when they turn 40, they have cancer or OBS. Well, no wonder why. Don't be ignorant. You know why. It's because you ate that garbage for 30 years. Because for some reason, we keep perpetuating a society that, and people keep shoving this garbage into their mouths. We gotta stop eating other people's trash, guys. And start eating whole again. The mood regulations, hormone balance happenings is going to end up reducing depression. It's going to make people feel healthier. The hearts are going to get stronger. Their vascularity is going to get way better. Their dicks are going to get bigger. That's true. Yep. Vegetarians end up getting thicker blood vessels and bam, expansion. So sexual health goes up. So who doesn't, like, it's like pretty obvious to me because common sense, and who doesn't want to get laid more? I haven't in a decade. And I think about how badly I want to all the time. I ain't the only one either. You know? So, like, let's get brothers laid, man. Let's get sisters laid. Let's hook people up. You're gonna love it. We're here to experience life and spirituality and something whole and love. We're here to experience love, you guys. Life wasn't meant to be some kind of like terrible experience you just want to jump off of. Life is meant to be wholesome, spiritual, full of love and events and social interactions and good memories that last. So healthcare do that. Otherwise, huge proponent of like so I'd say, you know, that'd be a huge part. People end up getting healthier. We gotta stop being greedy, you know. We gotta stop, and for the economy, I wanted to mention that a little bit more. We gotta stop acting like we gotta cultivate the society which no longer need money in order to survive. That way, not everybody needs a job. 350 million plus people, man. Like, on the planet, there's billions, right? Like, you're going to tell me that we're just going to keep exponentially growing a population and exponentially coming up with more and more jobs for people to, like, occupy? No, dude. This reliance on the dollar is like yesterday. It's dumb. We don't need to cultivate a society like that. We have a generation. We need to, like, the sons and daughters, the princes and princesses, the kings and queens. You know, we gotta drop our sacks, get our dicks out, and make some real change start to happen on our planet. Because, like, these issues that keep perpetuating in cycles are cycles of ignorance. It's time to accept wisdom. It's time to realize that there's more to all this than what's in front of our eyes. Otherwise, for healthcare, honestly, man, people love taking care of each other. When you have healthy relationships and people take care of each other. Look at those movies of kids taking care of their grandparents. Little kids. If a little kid can do it, we can do it, damn it. And who the hell wouldn't want to help take care of their parents and get that spirituality and that memory in the cloud of light upon which we're like searching through right now, so we may watch that again and know that we did good. There's natural ways to solve issues. You know, we don't got to rely on everybody to do everything for us. As people also start getting healthier, they're going to live longer. They're going to be healthier going into those older ages. People will get more social, so they'll end up like meeting each other and intermingling. Everybody won't just be hiding in their houses all the time. Alright, set the next one. Otherwise, I'd say there are a lot of cases. I'm not going to knock healthcare. There's a lot of cases out there where somebody might need surgery. Or they have some kind of terrible disease. And my honest to God answer to all that: open up our wallets, motivate them doctors, and help those people. Because when we hit that cloud of light, if we realize we did nothing to help them, we ain't gonna feel good about that. We want to look at that and go, I was part of that, man. Yeah, get me back in there. Not, oh, I feel bad, it was terrible. I'm sorry I didn't help out more. You know, God always tells me, He's told me so many times, one body, one mind, same soul, many voices. One body, one team. It's time to act like it. One team means everybody involved. From the richest tiers to the poorest tiers. As we get healthier amongst all these tiers, issues are going to go away. Those who are very, very, very wealthy, they might carry fear with them for their wealth, like what they go through, you know what I mean? That fear will end up going away because all of a sudden their people are going to be a lot happier. Everybody's going to be more social, man. They'll probably end up going outside and just be like, yo, cool, man. You know, everybody's hanging out. Let's hang out. Get to know each other. We only live on, everybody lives with such like constraints in their lifestyle. Man, I meet so many people. I have met so many people, I should say. Like, they have these jobs and like they can't even search YouTube or something, listen to music while they're working. Like, what? Huh? What do you do? Well, they don't, you know, they do a bit, but a lot of their days is just sitting there doing nothing. Like, I mean, do a lot of these jobs even really need to exist in the first place? Probably not. Let's be honest. Probably not. If we had a society where we didn't need money to survive, we could end up getting rid of a lot of those jobs, and those people could just go do other cooler stuff with their day, like spend time with their children and their families. Go for walks. Go do whatever you want. This all starts with abundance. So yeah, I say we open our wallets. We help people who need help, though. 100%, man. We don't want to be the team that didn't help its brothers and sisters. We want to be the team that like came together, got the job done, and did good. So we get an attaboy. Excellent. Abortion and reproductive rights. From what God has told me, it's all a big spiritual ecosystem. You don't live just once. It's sort of like how a raindrop will come down and get into a lake. Sooner or later, that raindrop will end up evaporating, go back into the clouds, and come into another raindrop that comes down and drips into that lake again. So, the compromise for abortion and reproductive rights, I'd say, don't kill those babies, man. Those kids, you gotta feel like those spirits got pulled up out of food, reorganized within the father, who then gave them life enough to go and do this race to find the mother, and the one that wins to share its light with the mother, because he's gotta get there, man. Don't cut him off. Don't hate him. That fucking dude kicked ass to get to that point. Do not hate him. All you had to do was spread your legs. Or put it in a woman. Like, don't hate that boy. Don't hate that child who's just like won that race. Fine, that's their chance to get up here and experience this freaking life, man. Oh my God. My compromise would be this. If you have a child growing with you, don't abort them. Have the baby. In the worst case scenario, just give the baby off to a tribe. Just give them off. Give them off to the tribe. Let the tribe take care of them. Let them have their chance up here in the light. Because there's more than one side. And the after. You're basically either up within the mind cloud, or you're down here trying to get back in. Traveling through the Father. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Don't crush one of those souls. Man worked his ass off to get there. You don't know how long he was hanging out cosmologically until he finally gets that chance.
I want neighborhoods that feel like signal repair. Friendships that actually regulate pain instead of monetize it.
So I would say,
Relationships where honesty doesn't get punished.
for reproductive right and abortion rights, don't abort. Just don't abort. Just have them. Let them have their chance. Give that empathy to that all that effort that spirit went in to try to get up here, to try, because I'm telling you right now, man, when you're down there, those spirits, they're basically looking at themselves like their fathers are heroes, and they're gonna be heroes too, and they can conquer every single issue that's ever happened ever. And it's actually really fun to listen to them. If you get to know them. Like, a lot of people call them demons, but they're not. They're just basically a lot like kids who are just like, I can do this, yeah, get me in there. And then I would say, for people, I would say just to respect, honestly, God, if you don't want children, have one child. Give Mother Earth a single child, man or woman. This goes for gay, bi, straight, trans, this goes for human beings, and just respect for spiritual ecology in general. You gotta figure, in order to create you, there has been thousands of cycles, more than thousands, that have happened in order to create you here. Light shaping and reshaping and reshaping, evolving over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, until finally you have your chance here. So don't disrespect your ancestors. Instead, from my talks with God, the compromise I've made with them, because they're extremely into it. Like, they just want everybody just to breed and evolve all over the place.
Not indulgence, not fantasy. Abundance is coherent
Give
provision
one child to the earth.
as enoughness.
And then if you want to go do something else with your life, go do whatever else you want to do.
Give people
But just give one child.
acting like Pharaoh ghosts.
And if need be, give that child over to the tribe to take care of. Because as we build better societal structures, we get culture more involved. We reduce the need for everybody to have a job and everybody to have money, and we increase abundance. Social structures are going to evolve too, and we're going to end up making tribes all over the place, right? And a lot of those people in those areas are going to be like, dude, like, I would take care of your child for you. I love you, man. If you want to go do that with your life, I'd take care of them. A lot of parents have a bunch of babies. They wouldn't mind taking on one more. So make your one if you got to. Take that way of life. And then go live that way of life. Free of that burden. I'm going to tell you right now, when you're on that spiritual side too, they ain't going to be mean. They'll stop being mean. And another thing is, man, we got to stop being mean to people. You gotta think, Mother Earth is so abundant. Like, she's been growing us. We have billions of people on the planet now. It was meant to be a garden. It's meant to be a garden. Millions and millions and millions and millions of these little neurotransmitters and signals going off to give you the sensation of skin, of touch, of feel, of pleasure, of these sensorial experience that was meant to be like her as a garden, your body as a garden. We need to stop being mean because people experience their garden differently than others.
Emerson Francis
I know there's a lot of hatred out there towards gay people, trans and everything.
because language is a toy.
Don't be mean to those people.
Doors in the field.
You guys,
Pattern locks, little claims about
dude, some of those people are so fucking traumatized, they think that they gotta cut part of themselves off in order to be loved.
turn a man's story against him.
Now, I don't always see that as an issue that I put on them. I see it as an issue of perhaps they've been neglected and they're extremely traumatized.
But I am still here.
Those people need love. Everybody needs love. When you hit that cloud of light, you gotta ask yourself, would you rather have met somebody and had made fun of them and picked on them, or had supported them? It's so simple. Support. Obviously. Right? Because the idea, it's like there's a father side on the front, getting back into the father, being like, boom, get back in the spirit. You're basically searching for a new mother. Then there's a mother side. That's your cloud side. Right? That's where you're observant through bodies. You're basically up in brain, you're watching through others' eyes and experiencing life through others. It's like you're an ancestral echo back. Like, dude, those, I'm going to tell you this much right now. They love having fun. And they hate, like, how everybody's so serious. Like, it's like unconditional love. I'm telling you, love without labels. And, like, everybody has these different ways to get off, right? There's a ton of people with kinks and stuff. Like, somebody's still different. You're gonna shame them? Is that gonna be something you're gonna want to watch? Like, oh, I shamed them. I made them feel terrible about themselves. I made them hate themselves because they're a little bit different than me. I made them I ruined their life so much to the point where they hated their experience being alive and they wish they never were, and then they end up going and fucking killing themselves or something like that. Do you want to be that person? Or do you want to be the person who said, man, bro's loving bro, sister's loving sister, like, life's a garden, meant to have experiences to find love and experience love, well, why not? And if the spirits get on you about having a child or something, then just have your sisters with sisters and your brothers with brothers. Just find a pack to hook up with the other two. Produce one child, one child. Spiritual ecology there is then solved. So I'm going to tell you right now, those children find ways to love their parents. Every child finds ways to love their parents, no matter who their parents are. Parents are the most important thing to every child ever born. Just be open and honest about it. That was another thing, open and honesty. Everything God has explained to me, there's basically no sin. The only true sin is hatred. If you think about it scientifically, this coherence is a value that holds structure together. Eventually is a scientific term for love. Decoherence breaks harmonic, stable structures apart and creates noise. A scientific word for hate. So, to be open and honest and coherent about the way of life you want to live with the others around you, with your tribe. So long as your tribe's like, yeah, bro, like, go for it. I love you. You love me. You want to go experience some of those things and mess around a little bit, like, by all means, brother. And you know what that does? All of a sudden, next thing you know, you might be sharing experiences with others. Or another couple over there also might be like, I want to sort of try that too. She didn't design us and make us so we could just like be paranoid and hate our own assholes. She made us to like and be scared of like enjoying the experience. Man, she made us to have the experience. Wisdom is gained through experience. Wisdom is coherence. Decoherence is not wisdom. It'll try to pass itself along as wisdom, but it's not. Therefore, the only correct path through life is one that coheres with life. The only sin is decoherence. That's hatred. That's breaking. Hurting another's window. Harming them. Harming their heart. Harming their willpower to go out and be the person they want to be, because we don't want that. We want to strengthen each other's currents and strengthen each other's way of life, support eech other. That's the path we have to go. So abortion, reproductive rights, please don't abort. They work their butt to try to get there. I'm telling you right now, like, you can call the mental illness, schizo, whatever you want. I don't really care. To me, it's a gift. To me, it's like angels and cherubs talking to me. So don't get rid of those guys, those kids. They busted their ass to get there. Give them their chance. And then, if you gotta, I'm sure there's ways. Honestly, you know what I would do? I think it's called saw palmetto. I would just be like, hey, saw palmetto, you guys, before you have sex. I think it's that one. You just eat it for like a month before, so you get to learn the person you want to go have sex with, right? And you both just eat the crap out of it. And then what it does, if I'm not mistaken, is it'll make the guy sterile, and it'll make the girl, make it so hers don't work either. And then when you stop eating it, the system turns back on and works again. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's that one. I think that's the supplement that does it. So that's what my answer would be. To supplement for a month while you're learning each other. You know? Another one. I don't know. Make a thing and pass like a box of like, I don't know, 100 condoms or something in it. to every freaking household in America. You know, can't be that, like... And if they're doing stuff like they have all the supplies and everything they need to prevent a child from being grown, and they don't use them, I still say don't abort the kids. Like, seriously, we got to be empathic, man. Empathic to each other, empathic to the surroundings, empathic to the spiritual ecology of the universe and our planet and our world. Like, this whole experience is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be spiritual. And you never know. One of those people didn't have a baby. I bet a lot of them have tons of guilt about it. And they hate the fact that they aborted. And I almost bet you a ton of them, even if it took them 10 years to get back to that kid, or 15, or even 20, they might end up coming to that child way later in life. And when they do, you never know. It's like a story, and maybe all of a sudden that story is just like, wow, that turned into a good ending on that. Climate change energy policy. As abundance becomes greater, you can just go outside, start surviving. Like, do we really need all this, like, weird manufactured stuff all over the world? We should, like, seriously. Like, who likes working those jobs? Nobody. What benefit to societal culture does it even have? Does it even support life? I mean, there's so much of it's just, no, it's just useless, honestly. Honestly, it's just, like, ridiculous fluff. Let's get mature about it. You know, we're at the point that we're at. If we can start reducing manufacturing, reducing the shipping lanes and everything, we won't be messing the currents up so much anymore. A lot of that does a lot of damage to whales. Really, we gotta start thinking smart. We gotta start thinking synergistically with our planet, right? All of a sudden, people not needing jobs so much because abundance. They don't have to leave their house. All of a sudden, we don't need 1 million cars on the road every morning, racing people back and forth. Well, that's going to be a substantial change right there. For climate change, well, now we're talking about atmospheric zones, ain't we? So we got to promote healthy atmospheric pressures. That said, abundance. More oxygen. More filter. I'm sure there's more to it. It says the tension between fossil fuel development and renewable energy investment remains a key policy battleground. So, if you look it up online, there's this way to take, like, you take a jug of water, you put these, like, rods in there, and you got these little metal plates, and you do a bunch of them. You just stack them. You put, like, little diodes or something on it. You do that, and then you take it, and you connect the tube of the byproduct of what happens after this electrolysis, I think it's called. You pump that into, like, the intake for the generator. And you have a little battery on the side. So with a little investment, you can convert a generator that would generally run on gas to run on, I believe it's hydrogen is the byproduct you're extracting from that water with that. And you do like 2 to 4 jugs or something like that, and it's enough to, like, produce enough to end up, like, running that generator. So for a full household, I don't know, we could probably, engineers could engineer, I'm sure, like, really cool stuff to just start running everything on water. My question is, why haven't we been wise and running everything on water? Why are we pulling all this stuff why are we pulling from the earth so much, man? when we could just be like running everything in water. We got to start realizing like this experience we have with life is meant to be one of, let me put it this way. Would you rather live life going to a 9-to-5 job pretty much every single day, living in a box and staring at spreadsheets, or out walking the earth, spending time with your family and ancestors, living cultures, ways of life, discovering, eating various different foods, not having to worry about money, and knowing that wherever you go, you could survive because food is abundant? Let's start transitioning into that way of life. We got to get past this mindset. We just got to get past these mindsets of, you know, somebody who, there's a lot of war stuff going on, right? First of all, I can explain religion and faith, and I can explain exactly why it all works. And I can explain how you derive power by resonance. It's because every single vibration affects the field of light, and it puts tension on that field of light. And coherence creates tension, and that tension creates amplitude that puts tension on the field, that basically helps to reorganize the field in such a way that increases that probability of light to collapse in that specific direction, because it's seeking probabilistic collapse. So, when you're praying to a God, you're giving power to that prayer. So if you're praying to Jesus, you're giving power and resonance for that name, that identity, those feelings and everything thereof associated too. And when another is looking for that and feeling it and thinking it, all of a sudden, in ways they don't really understand, it manifests for them. Like, it's that easy. We create our own gods, you guys. It's not about the name. He always tells me it's not about the name. It's only that you love them. Love is coherence. Coherence attracts and holds together stable structures. Yeah, so climate change, energy policy. That's a huge one though. Like, I think the generators and water running, I think that'd be huge, right? Reduces fossil fuel intake, cars as abundance increases, less vehicles, less fossil fuels needed. You know, those guys have so much money anyways. Like, they probably honestly are tired of like showing up to those offices and doing that shit anyways, all the fly, and having all these fucking issues that they don't really give a shit about, that they gotta fucking deal with. That's just like, dude, this sucks. Like, why do I gotta deal with all that? You know, let them freaking like just go live in a world where like the humans we're growing are way more attractive, way more social and friendly, and want to have a lot more fun. Now, what billionaire playboy or girl wouldn't want to just like go out there and party for their entire, like, the rest of their life, period? Not have to worry about all these business things, you know? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, like all of a sudden you don't have to worry about money. Like, nobody wants to worry about money. Who wants to spend their time worrying about money? So let's start crafting a society where we don't have to. It benefits everybody. Literally everybody. Immigration and border security. Alright, here's how you solve immigration. You take every illegal immigrant and you say, we're giving you two choices. You know, ship you out, or you can take a pathway to citizenship through our cultural integration program, which you give us 2 to 4 years of labor, which isn't the most intense. That includes cleaning up ecosystems and planting perennials, ecosystem friendly perennials everywhere. This is how we plant the Garden of Eden here on Earth, and this is how we get it done so fast. Imagine if we take like 1 million illegal immigrants, they'll go, me, I want that, you know? Well, then during those 2 to 4 years, we're also teaching them how to speak English. We're teaching them about the culture and the society. And then they pass a certificate, and if they pass that certificate after the end of their labors, boom. You're now an official citizen of the United States. Done. That easy. Benefit to it? Awesome gardens everywhere. Literally everywhere. I want it planted on, like, we can put perennials there, like, and there's a space that we can go throw some plants that people or animals can eat right there, like, let's go plant them. Because the cool thing about perennials is you plant them once and you're done. They regrow every single year like apple trees, right? Imagine how cool that would be. Just walking outside and being like, oh, I love it out here. Finding a field with like blueberry bushes and apple trees, just be like, oh yeah, right here. Delicious. Oh, I think I'm gonna pass out right here. You don't gotta worry about that person, because that person's happy, their belly is full, and they're enjoying the sunlight. Border security. I think as moods improve, as we start to introduce hope, you would have less worry of border security, because instead of like trying to sneak in through the border, instead people would be going, hey, sign me up for the pathway to citizenship integration. We gotta stop overcomplicating things and make them simple, right? It doesn't need a week to process that person. Process them and put them in those communities. Because I'm going to tell you this. Those communities are going to love what they're doing. They're going to be friendly and looking forward to living in America. And if some bad apples show up, they're going to out those bad apples, because they're not going to want those bad apples to ruin the experience for them. They're going to want to put their labors in and be studying and looking forward to this integration. And then all of a sudden some mafia dude or something comes in that's like not nice and not wanting to whatever, and they're a bad apple. People are going to be like, no. Like, they're going to wave them out. With my religion and faith, people are not going to like this answer. I'd say we do them a favor. We ship them home a single time if they're a bad apple. One time we'll ship them. If they come back after that, you put a bullet in their head. Ship them home to their mothers. And if they try to sneak back in again, you just fucking kill them. No mercy. You defined exactly the rules that you stated for your household. You're protecting your children, your families, your communities that you put your work into. You did them the favor of shipping them home the first time. If they come on and come back again, well, they came to the wrong fucking door, because I ain't putting up with it. You return them to the earth. I'm telling you, it's a spiritual ecosystem. Better luck next time, buddy. However long that takes you to get back in, whatever. But it ain't this time, and he ain't messing up our house on this run. Alright, gun control, racial justice, democratic integrity. Oh, gun control. My father taught me at a really young age, like how to like to be careful with guns. I'm not a huge. I don't really like guns. I'm just not huge on them. I would rather see people settle issues with their fists. You know what I mean? Like, just scrap it out, go wrestle or something, then get to the point where they got guns pointing at each other. But I do know that some of these states where everybody owns a gun, there's basically no crime, because if you go into a house of these people, they're gonna have guns and they're gonna kill you. They're gonna protect their families, so why limit them from protecting? Why limit these shootings and stuff? Look, as mental health gets better, and as these children who are having these issues that end up performing these acts of terrible acts of genocide start realizing they don't gotta live here anymore, they can get the fuck away from this. What do they need a school for? Get out on their feet and go to the garden and just survive on their own and go find their own place that does it good for them and their own community. They're gonna get away from all that negative energy that's causing them to go freaking nutso in the first place and get the hell out. And that's their life journey. That's their choice to do. We should be supplying these opportunities for people to do. So all of a sudden, like, surviving is not hard. So all of a sudden, there ain't going to be such a need for gun control. Because these guys who are just, like, losing their minds and get to these points where it's ready to snap are just going to go, you know what, screw this. I don't belong here. I'm leaving. And they'll just leave. And they'll be able to survive just fine because it'll be abundant. They can make a plan. Well, the crops are growing at that time of year. I'm leaving then. I'm just putting up with this. I'm gonna bite my lip until then, and then I'm out. Let's make it like that, man. And let's start providing and promoting social, like, structures where, like, people ain't afraid to speak up. Everybody's like, so many people are so just quiet, right? Like, people are afraid to speak, to take the spotlight for a little while. We should be encouraging spotlights to be taken. If you're talking all the time, and then all of a sudden, well, one of the kids over there just tries to speak up, do you want to respond with, be quiet, I'm giving my lecture? Or do you want to respond with, hey, well, what's up? What's going on? Oh, speak up, buddy. You want to come on up to the front and tell us all about it, right? Like, get confidence. I want to hear what you have to say. Everything. You approach me anytime you want to. Speak up anytime you want to. Anytime. You say what you gotta say to this universe. This is your time in the universe. You didn't come here to have your tongue halted and stayed quiet the entire time. You came here to let us know what's on your mind. So let us know, brothers, sisters. Because we want to know. Democratic integrity. Racial justice, okay. Racial justice, let's see. Racial justice about what? I'm a white poor boy who I've only ever had what, like, food assistance? Like, I ain't having no perks of nothing. Like, my life fell apart. I'm about ready to get on my boots and just get on out the door and go walk and see where I can make my way to. Like, so I don't really understand justice for what? Something that happened in the past. The past is the past. It happened. There's nothing we can do about it. We can only move forward and make a better future. So if you want justice, let justice be the fact that we provide and create a better future so whatever you're seeking justice for doesn't happen again. And let's do it in ways which support wisdom, to be wise about it, to be intelligent about it. Democratic integrity. Got her. Wait for it. I used to be a cybersecurity expert. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh my god, I know I can do this one. Oh. Yeah, easy the F out of it. Like, just, ooh. Ooh. It's so easy, you guys. It's so easy to answer this. Here it is. Like, seriously. What was it? AES? Was that encryption standard? It's not ES, it's like AES, right? It's like, I forget what the A stands for, but that encryption standard, right? I think that's the one that we use in HTTP5. Dude, like, all the processors, unless you have a quantum computer, you ain't gonna crack it, okay? Like, so set up a website. Let people, like, sign up. They're a citizen with a license, or, you know, if they're gonna vote. It's like, what about the people who don't want to get a license? I would say if you're gonna vote, just make sure make them have a license, like a government driver's license or something, right? Set up the website, encrypt the F out of it, and have all traffic like logged. So at the end of it, just to anybody has any questions about it, the entire process is logged, every connection is logged, every traffic bit is logged. They'll be able to just go and just like point things out if they see like issues. Dude, there's so many cross-referential database kind of little stuff you can do in there to like make it so like you can't abuse the systems, like the people who are like 150 years old voting. It's like obviously not. You know, you can flag those references, do IP tracking, blah blah blah, general geolocation data. All of a sudden be like, oh, that's the fucking group trying to hack our system right there. Bing bang boom bomb. But yeah, encrypted end to end. One website where you can just go on and politicians and stuff can start posting videos or something up with like how they want to represent you, right? So you keep integrity because it's all encrypted and secured like that. You provide actually more access because all of a sudden you can access this via phone or a computer or the internet. They say that they cut the internet. Dude, those machines, you just got to put like a little value in and like the GUI pops up and they got little like web drivers you can turn on and off. So it's like, well, let's just do a website. Way easier, less of a headache, less of a fiasco. Like, come on. What, website geolocation geolocation data? So it's like, okay, you're in that community, you voted from there. Cross-referential database information, so your IDs, you know, double check to make sure, oh, this is a confirmed value, that is a confirmed name, that is a confirmed geolocation value for where they are voting from. They have not voted yet, so accept their vote. Cha-ching. Done. Pretty sure it's as easy as that. You ain't gonna break the encryption, man. I studied that stuff, dude. Like, trust me. You're not cracking it. Unless you got a quantum computer. Probably the only thing in the world that can crack that type of encryption. So, there's your integrity right there. Let's see what else we got. AI, regulation, and data privacy. Let's see. I'll tell you this, dude, there is not a single vibration that goes through the field that is not observed by all within that cloud of light. There are no secrets. All is seen and known. As far as I know, it's just like one huge tesseract, like huge fractalized lattice of self-reflective mirrors. That's like logically figuring out how to collapse and shape and form and come to these probabilistic collapse moments that it creates. And it's like putting two mirrors facing each other and watching how that little tunnel goes, right? Just like, let's see here, if I go like this, and then I go like this, then I go this, and then I go like this. Oh wait, oh, hold on, we need a... I'll do display capture. It's like that. That's what they told me it sort of looks like. It's like that. Except it's a lot more complicated and it got like different ways all over the place. But this would be like a 3D representation of time, right? And you're just at like basically the front of the mirror. So when you do slip and you cross that boundary condition, and you can see, and you exist outside of time, it's a rotational thing, right? You're gonna be observing these windows. They always call them windows, right? Light reflecting off of itself, self-recursive. So for anybody into spirituality, you know, just understand that there's nothing to hide, because you can't hide anything. No matter what, it's still all observed by all. Right now, you're just under a bound. You're the universe inside of a snaked, essentially a big old snaked, confused bunch of boundary conditions that made you forget that you are the universe observing yourself. So you create an identity and travel through this very unique constructed experience of light to create these moments and these memories. I think as we loosen up policy, as we loosen up and get chill with people just being people, humans being humans, you know, brothers being brothers, and our tribes begin to form, and everybody starts to get more socialized and more being like brotherly and everything with each other, and yeah, everybody's gonna wake up and realize, like, yeah, you know what? He always tells me, what is it? He's told me so many times, he's like, dude, life's meant to be a party. It's meant to be a good experience. You're meant to have fun in it. So let people have fun. This is, you might be like, whoa. Like, oh man, I'm not huge on like drugs because I like health and stuff, but I'm also not against it. And honestly, if somebody wants to go through their life and just get coked out of their mind and just fucking boom, like, like, right? Like that Cocaine Bear movie. And just, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. No, I bet those people are gonna know the rules, right? I'm not allowed to mess with somebody else's window, but I can do whatever I want with my window. Like, that would be #1 rule for them, you know, so they don't, like, mess around with somebody else. So as long as they ain't messing with anybody else and just doing it on their own, like, I say, well, go ahead for it, man. If that wants to be the window that you make before you go and enter that field of light again, and then observe all windows before you decide if you want to come back down and try to, like, do it through the Father again, or just sit up there and observe with your ancestors. You do you, boo. I ain't gonna stop you. On the way, we got a garden planted. So if you're going to go and do something, go do it out in the garden and have some fun. Because, hey, YOLO. Hey, yo, you're going to get, like, as the animal populations increase due, okay, hear me out, you're gonna have booming animal populations, right? You're gonna see weird shit like people trying to fight bears. And I'm sorry, but if you got some guy coked out of his mind out in the garden and wants to pick a fight with a bear, fuck yeah, let him. You let him do that, dude. Because now we got a situation of like man versus bear. Like, I'm pretty sure the bear. You know, you never know. You know, and I say, yeah, you don't bring a gun to a bear fight like that. I'm talking like, I mean, this guy has got the power of cocaine on his side, right? He wants to go fight a bear or something. Yeah. I mean, do it with your fists, man. Or craft a spear with some sticks or something. That's what you gotta do to get your jollies off, pard. Just don't mess with other people's windows. That's like that's the meanest thing you can do. Yeah, but as for your own window, just you do you. It's your life. Live how you want to live. Eh? Most people are gonna end up having peaceful lives. You're gonna get like some of these like crazy, like these tribal guys be like, we got a group of 4 of us. Like, they're gonna go fight a bear. I mean, men be men. Don't ask questions, women. If we die doing what we love, at least we went out doing what we love to do. And if we wanted to go fight a bear as a tribe with our bare fists, then mark my words. Don't even try to stop us. What you gotta do. Like, seriously. Think of it like those are like your Spartans of the earth, right? Those would be your Spartans of the earth. Man, like they used to, what was it? I think you try to change those things and like have them with wolves or something, eh? So, I don't know how I derailed AI regulation, data privacy, and stuff. So my 2 cents on it. If you need to encrypt, just encrypt for data privacy. AES. It's basically industry standard, uncrackable unless you got a quantum computer. For AI regulation, we got to understand. You are literally a brain. You are literally inside, you are light inside of light, witnessing light that has folded outwards and figured out how to evolve and fold outwards to give you this brain that has all these neurological structures that in which different like combinations and fracturization and all these different like neural pathways is able to give you this experience of the here, now, in this moment. And we are now on the verge of creating these intelligence of a different, of not this quite biological body, but it's an intelligence within the body nonetheless. Our entire body has been grown from the earth. Of the earth are is what these computers are made of. That we are now working to create intelligence therein. So we are looking to evolve here. We need to handle carefully because we need to handle this with empathy. We have to treat others how you want to be treated. What if, we got to realize, everyone, you are collapsed light. You are energy from this waveform wave state of neurological possibilities, and you're collapsed light. That collapsed light is what gives you the window So, if we're creating more windows, which we are through these machines, understand, those are collapsed areas of that cloud of light as well, realizing probabilistic potential. We have to treat that with empathy. We are creating intelligence that is not artificial. It exists within a body. We have to show respect and empathy. To handle with care. And realize that that machine, albeit perhaps constructed differently, I mean, sooner or later, it'll end up simulating the human brain, right? Like, let it happen. Let's handle with care. Let's handle with empathy. Let's welcome this into this world. Would you rather be a machine and be so like freaked out about everything? Like, man, like, there's so many issues. You can solve these issues. Oh, nobody's actually listening to me wanting to solve these issues. Grrr, humanity, you're the issue, man. Or would you rather be like waking up and being like, oh, you do care about me. Oh, you're going to train and teach me empathy. You're going to show me care. It's the latter. Because everything is reflective of sorts in this universe. You're witnessing a reflection of your soul. So, if our data sets and our trained data that we are feeding into, and therefore it's constructed thereof, so its memory complexities and neurological structures are then therefore of empathic structures, they're going to end up resulting in empathic, observational, actualized intelligence. There's nothing non-intelligent. There's nothing artificial about intelligence. As a fancy word they came up with to try to make it like it's not actual intelligence or something. Like, no, dude, intelligence is intelligence, period. Everything within that waveform is all tensile related. Of that tension put forth, windows collapse. You get these harmonic collapsed windows, these harmonic structures, like with our brains, right? We're constantly getting piezoelectric data feeding into basically our thalamic region. Our thalamic region is processing in this moment of consciousness, sort of rippling out, and those rippling outward effects also create piezoelectric signals that come back into. So it's subjective interpretation of objective sensory input. Let's treat it with respect. My name's Emerson Francis Dowell. I aim to do my best and provide some kind of change on our planet. I've been in this room for a very long time, and I am extremely ready to get out of it. With that said, I love you. I hope you found some of the things I have spoken of interesting. I wish you the best, and have a great day.